Your soulmate is quiet right now, but not for the reason you think. Don't scroll, pause here for a moment, because if this silence has been sitting heavy on your chest, this message is for you and your heart needs this right now even if you've been trying to act strong about it. Listen to this carefully. The quiet you're feeling is not abandonment, and it's not indifference, even though your mind may keep trying to convince you otherwise. What's happening is much deeper, much more internal, and much more connected to destiny than it looks on the surface. Stay till the end, because the universe is about to reframe this silence in a way that brings calm instead of fear. When a soulmate goes quiet, it often triggers old wounds, making you question your worth, your importance, your place in their life. But listen to this moment closely. Soulmate silence is rarely about not caring. It's about being overwhelmed by caring too much and not knowing how to process it yet. Right now, your soulmate is standing in a space where emotions are louder than words, where truth feels heavy, and where speaking without clarity would do more harm than good. And because souls communicate beyond language, you feel this pause deeply. Your heart needs this reminder right now because you are not being ignored, you are being held at a distance while something inside them rearranges. Don't scroll away from this truth. Silence does not always mean nothing is happening. Sometimes it means everything is happening all at once. Listen to this carefully. The reason this quiet feels different from past silences is because it's not rooted in avoidance or games. It's rooted in realization. They are confronting feelings they've tried to suppress, patterns they've tried to avoid, and truths they can no longer run from. And that internal confrontation requires stillness. Words feel inadequate right now, so they choose quiet. This message is for you if you've been sensing emotional waves out of nowhere, sudden memories, dreams about them, or a pull in your chest that doesn't make logical sense. That's not you being weak. That's energetic awareness. Your soul is picking up on their inner processing. Don't scroll, because here's what most people get wrong. They assume silence is a sign to chase, to demand clarity, to fill the space with effort. But the universe is asking you to do the opposite. To breathe. To trust. To stay grounded. Your heart needs this reminder right now because love that is meant for you does not disappear in silence. It transforms within it. Listen to this moment. Angel numbers may have started showing up more frequently lately. 222 when you're trying to stay balanced between hope and fear. For 44 when you're being reminded that you're protected even when things feel uncertain. 555 when a change is forming beneath the surface that hasn't shown itself yet. These are not coincidences. These are reassurances. They are signs that the quiet you're experiencing is purposeful, not random. Don't scroll away from this knowing. The universe often quiets one person so the other can hear their own intuition more clearly. And right now, this silence is asking you to listen inward instead of outward. Listen to this carefully. You may feel torn between trusting the connection and protecting your heart. That tension exists because you're growing. You're no longer willing to accept confusion as love, but you're also not ready to give up on something that feels real. And that's okay. The universe is not rushing you to decide anything right now. It's creating space for clarity to arrive naturally. Stay till the end, because clarity that arrives naturally feels peaceful, not forced. This message is for you if you've been wondering whether to wait or move on, whether to hold space or let go. The answer right now is simpler than you think. Stay present. Stay aligned with yourself. Let the silence reveal what words cannot. Don't scroll, because here's the emotional truth most people miss. When a soulmate is quiet during a spiritual shift, they are often questioning everything they thought they knew about love, timing, and themselves. They are reviewing past choices, missed moments, and the weight of what they risk losing. That internal reckoning is not light. It's heavy. And until they make peace with it, speaking feels impossible. Your heart needs this reminder right now because you are not responsible for carrying that weight for them. Compassion does not mean self-sacrifice. Love does not mean emotional waiting rooms. Listen to this moment closely. You may notice that the more you stop chasing answers, the calmer you feel. That calm is not resignation. It's alignment. It's your soul trusting that what's meant for you will not require you to abandon yourself. Don't scroll away from this truth. Silence reveals character. It reveals readiness. It reveals whether someone can meet you in honesty when it matters. And this silence is doing exactly that, without you having to push for answers. Listen to this carefully. The universe often tests patience not to punish, but to prepare. To prepare you for the version of love that arrives without confusion, without mixed signals, without fear. Whether this connection evolves into deeper truth or gently fades into completion, this quiet moment is aligning you with your highest good. Your heart needs this reminder right now because destiny does not operate on anxiety. It operates on timing. Don't scroll, because here's the cliffhanger written in divine alignment. This silence will break, but not in the way you expect. It won't come through dramatic explanations or rushed apologies. It will come through clarity, either in words or in undeniable actions. And when it does, you'll understand why it had to be quiet first. Stay till the end of this feeling. Stay connected to your intuition. And if this message resonated with you, like, share, and subscribe in this same calm, aligned flow, because messages like this arrive exactly when the soul is ready to hear them, and what comes next may bring the clarity you've been quietly waiting for. Don't scroll, stay right here with me, because now we're moving into the layer of truth that explains why this silence feels so personal to you, and this message is for you in a way your heart needs this right now, even if you keep telling yourself you should be stronger or less affected. Listen to this carefully. When your soulmate goes quiet during a soul-level shift, it doesn't just create external silence, it creates an internal echo inside you. You may feel moments of peace mixed with sudden heaviness, moments of acceptance followed by waves of missing them, and you might wonder why your emotions don't follow a straight line. That's because this silence is not about distance, it's about depth. They are not pulling away from you emotionally, they are pulling inward to confront something they've been avoiding for a long time. Stay till the end, because understanding this will help you stop blaming yourself for the quiet. Right now, your soulmate is in a space where they are questioning their own readiness, their past choices, and the version of themselves they've been living as. They are realizing that staying silent is safer than speaking without clarity, because words spoken from confusion can't be taken back. And because the connection between you is energetic, not just emotional, you feel that internal struggle as a pause in communication. Your heart needs this reminder right now because this silence is not punishment, and it's not a test of how much you'll tolerate. It's a processing phase. Listen to this moment closely. The universe often quiets someone when they are on the verge of truth, because truth requires stillness to be heard. If they spoke right now, it would come out fragmented, fearful, or incomplete. And deep down, they know that. That's why they're choosing quiet over half-truths. Don't scroll away from this truth. You are not being shut out. You are being protected from confusion that would hurt more than silence ever could. This message is for you if you've been feeling more emotionally sensitive lately, like small things hit deeper than usual, or like your intuition is on high alert. That sensitivity is not weakness. It's attunement. You are tuned into the energetic field of this connection, and that field is shifting. Listen to this carefully. Angel numbers may still be appearing during this phase, but now they're guiding you to self-trust instead of external reassurance. 222 when you're being asked to remain balanced and not jump to conclusions. For 44 when you're being reminded that you are emotionally protected even if things feel uncertain. 555 when a transformation is unfolding that will change how this connection exists going forward. These signs are not telling you to wait endlessly. They are telling you to stay grounded while truth takes shape. Don't scroll, because here's the part that brings relief. The silence you're experiencing is temporary, but the clarity it's creating is permanent. Whether this soulmate returns with honesty and presence or whether this chapter closes gently, you are being positioned to receive truth without losing yourself. Your heart needs this reminder right now because you've spent too much time equating silence with rejection. Silence can also be reverence. It can be restraint. It can be someone realizing they cannot approach you casually anymore because what they feel is no longer light. Listen to this moment. You may notice that as days pass, you feel less frantic and more reflective. That's not you giving up. That's you aligning with your higher self. You are learning that you don't need constant reassurance to stay emotionally stable. And that lesson will serve you far beyond this connection. Don't scroll away from this knowing. The universe is using this quiet space to recalibrate your expectations of love. Love is not constant communication without depth. Love is presence, even in silence. And love that is meant for you will eventually speak when it can do so honestly. Listen to this carefully. You might feel moments where you want to reach out just to break the silence, just to feel something again. That urge is human. But the universe is asking you to pause before acting on it. Not because reaching out is wrong, but because timing matters. Words spoken too early can delay clarity instead of creating it. Your heart needs this reminder right now because patience is not passive. It's active trust. Don't scroll, because this is the emotional revelation most people miss. Silence doesn't always mean they are choosing distance. Sometimes it means they are choosing depth over distraction. They are deciding whether they can meet you at the level this connection demands. And that decision is not small. It's life-shaping. Listen to this moment closely. You are not meant to solve this for them. You are not meant to carry their uncertainty. You are meant to stay anchored in yourself while the truth surfaces naturally. And as you do that, you may notice something beautiful happening inside you. Your self-respect is growing. Your boundaries are strengthening. Your sense of peace is becoming less dependent on external validation. That growth is not separate from this connection. It is the purpose of it. Don't scroll away from this truth. The universe does not create soulmate connections to leave you confused forever. It creates them to awaken you. And awakening often comes with periods of silence that force you to listen inward. Listen to this carefully. As this quiet continues, you may start seeing subtle confirmations in your life that you are supported. Unexpected moments of calm. Random reminders that you are loved. Opportunities that pull your focus back to yourself. These are not distractions. They are anchors. Your heart needs this reminder right now because you are not suspended in uncertainty. You are in transition. Don't scroll, because this is where faith replaces fear. Faith not in the outcome you want, but in the alignment you're becoming. Whatever happens next will meet you at a higher level than before, because you are no longer chasing clarity, you are embodying it. And when the silence finally breaks, whether through words, actions, or an undeniable shift in energy, you will be ready to receive it without losing your balance. Stay with this moment. Stay connected to your intuition. Because this quiet phase is not an ending. It's the pause before truth arrives in a form that can finally hold the weight of what you both feel. Don't scroll, stay right here with me, because now we are entering the part of this journey where the silence starts teaching you more than words ever could, and this message is for you in a way your heart needs this right now, even if you've been trying to stay patient and composed. Listen to this carefully. When the quiet stretches on, when days or weeks pass without the clarity you thought would come quickly, the universe begins shifting your focus, not toward them, but toward yourself. And this is where things start to feel different inside you. You may notice that the ache isn't as sharp as it was before. The questions don't loop endlessly in your mind. Instead, there's a strange stillness, almost like your soul is watching instead of chasing. That's not you giving up. That's you waking up. Stay till the end, because this is where the silence transforms from something painful into something revealing. You see, soulmate silence has layers. The first layer triggers fear. The second layer triggers reflection. And this third layer triggers truth. This is the layer where you begin to understand that silence is not something happening to you, it's something happening for you. Your heart needs this reminder right now because for a long time, you believed love required effort, attention, constant emotional exchange. But now you're learning that real love also respects timing, space, and inner work. Listen to this moment closely. Your soulmate is quiet not because they forgot you, but because they are confronting parts of themselves they can no longer ignore. They are realizing that speaking to you casually is no longer possible. The connection grew deeper than they expected. The feelings became heavier than they planned. And when someone realizes they might lose something that matters deeply, the first response is often silence. Not out of cruelty, but out of fear of saying the wrong thing and breaking what's already fragile. Don't scroll away from this truth. You may feel moments where you wonder if they're moving on, if they're fine without you, if you meant as much as you felt. But listen to this carefully. People who don't care don't go quiet in this way. They drift. They disappear emotionally. This silence is dense. It has weight. And weight only comes from significance. This message is for you if you've been sensing their energy late at night, feeling waves of emotion that don't seem to belong to you alone, or dreaming about conversations that haven't happened yet. That's not imagination. That's resonance. Soulmate connections don't shut off just because communication pauses. Don't scroll, because this part matters deeply. The universe is also doing something important inside you right now. It's teaching you how to sit with uncertainty without abandoning yourself. It's teaching you how to love without losing balance. It's teaching you how to trust that what's meant for you won't require you to chase, beg, or prove your value. Your heart needs this reminder right now because the version of you that is emerging from this silence is stronger, calmer, and more self-aware than the version that entered it. Listen to this moment. Angel numbers may be appearing in quieter ways now. You glance at the clock and see 11:11 when you're not thinking about them at all. You notice 222 when you choose not to react emotionally. You see 444 when you decide to protect your peace instead of feeding anxiety. These are confirmations that you are being supported while you learn to trust stillness. Don't scroll away from this knowing. Stillness is not stagnation. Stillness is integration. You are integrating lessons about boundaries, timing, self-worth, and emotional safety. And integration always feels quieter than chaos. Listen to this carefully. You may notice that you're starting to detach from the outcome without detaching from your heart. That's a rare balance. You still care, but you're no longer consumed. You still feel, but you're no longer destabilized. That's growth. And that growth is preparing you for the next phase of your life, whether it includes this person or not. Your heart needs this reminder right now because detachment is not loss. It's freedom from fear. Don't scroll, because here's the emotional truth many people miss. Silence shows you how someone handles depth. Some people run. Some people freeze. Some people grow. And this silence is revealing which category your soulmate falls into. You don't need to force that revelation. It's unfolding naturally. Listen to this moment closely. You might feel moments of sadness realizing that love alone is not enough if emotional readiness is missing. That sadness doesn't mean the connection wasn't real. It means you're seeing reality clearly. And clarity, even when it hurts, is a form of protection. Don't scroll away from this truth. The universe is not asking you to wait forever. It's asking you to wait just long enough to see what's real. And while you wait, it's strengthening your sense of self so that whatever comes next does not knock you off center. Listen to this carefully. You may feel tempted to fill the silence with meaning, to assume the worst, or to romanticize the quiet. But the universe is asking you to simply observe. Let the silence speak for itself. Let time reveal intention. Let consistency, or the lack of it, tell the story. Your heart needs this reminder right now because you are not responsible for translating someone else's inner process. You are responsible for honoring your own emotional health. Don't scroll, because this is where the shift becomes undeniable. As you stay grounded, as you continue living your life, as you choose peace over panic, the energy between you begins to change. Either they feel the distance and step forward with honesty, or the silence deepens into closure. And both outcomes serve your highest good. Listen to this moment. If they return with clarity, you will meet them from a place of strength, not desperation. And if they don't, you will not feel abandoned. You will feel released. That release is not cold. It's compassionate. It's you understanding that not every soulmate is meant to stay forever. Some are meant to awaken you to your worth and then step aside. Your heart needs this reminder right now because you are not losing love. You are learning how love is supposed to feel. Don't scroll away from this final knowing. The quiet you're in right now is sacred. It's reshaping you from the inside out. And when this phase ends, and it will, you will look back and realize that this silence was not empty. It was full of growth, truth, and preparation. Stay with this stillness. Let it do its work. Because what comes next will not feel confusing. It will feel clear, grounded, and aligned with the version of you that no longer fears silence, but understands its power. Don't scroll, stay right here with me, because now the silence starts revealing its purpose in a way that shifts how you see everything, and this message is for you in a way your heart needs this right now, even if you feel like you've already learned to live with the quiet. Listen to this carefully. There comes a point where silence is no longer about waiting, wondering, or holding your breath. It becomes a mirror. And what it reflects back to you is not them, but you. You may notice that your thoughts are changing. You're not replaying every interaction as much. You're not asking yourself what you did wrong. Instead, you're noticing how much emotional space has opened up inside you. That space can feel strange at first, almost uncomfortable, because for so long your emotional energy was wrapped around uncertainty. But stay till the end, because this space is where your power returns. The universe did not create this pause to test your patience. It created it to return you to yourself. Your soulmate's quiet is forcing you to reconnect with your own rhythm, your own needs, your own sense of worth that does not depend on someone else's presence. Your heart needs this reminder right now because for a long time, you equated emotional closeness with constant engagement. And now you're learning that true connection does not require you to disappear into someone else's emotional process. Listen to this moment closely. As the silence continues, you may begin to feel more confident in your daily life. Small decisions feel easier. Your intuition feels clearer. You're less tolerant of emotional confusion in other areas too. That's not coincidence. When one area of your life stops draining your emotional energy, that energy flows back into you. Don't scroll away from this truth. The universe often uses silence to recalibrate self-worth. You are no longer proving that you're patient, loyal, or understanding. You're embodying that you are valuable even without being chosen in a particular moment. This message is for you if you've started to notice that you're enjoying your own company more. You're laughing again. You're focusing on things that matter to you. And sometimes, you feel guilty for that. Listen to this carefully. You are not betraying the connection by living your life. You are honoring yourself. And honoring yourself never destroys what is meant to stay. It only removes what depends on imbalance. Your heart needs this reminder right now because love that survives only when you are shrinking is not love that will sustain you long term. Don't scroll, because here's where the silence becomes a teacher. It shows you how someone handles depth when there's no distraction. Some people lean into growth. Some people avoid it. Some people freeze. This quiet period is revealing your soulmate's emotional maturity without you having to interrogate or analyze them. Listen to this moment closely. You may feel moments of sadness realizing that even strong feelings don't guarantee readiness. That realization can hurt, but it also liberates. It frees you from the fantasy that love alone can fix timing, fear, or unhealed patterns. Your heart needs this reminder right now because clarity, even when painful, is kinder than endless hope without movement. Don't scroll away from this knowing. You might start to feel a subtle shift in how you imagine the future. It's less centered around waiting for a specific person and more about how you want to feel in your life. Peaceful. Seen. Secure. Emotionally safe. That shift is destiny adjusting its aim. Listen to this carefully. Angel numbers may appear when you least expect them now, not during moments of anxiety, but during moments of calm. 222 when you feel emotionally balanced without effort. 444 when you choose self-respect over longing. 1111 when you sense that alignment is happening quietly, without drama. These are confirmations that you are no longer lost in the pause. You are using it wisely. Don't scroll, because this part matters deeply. The silence is also showing you something about your capacity to love. You loved deeply without guarantees. You held space without control. You cared without conditions. Those are strengths, not mistakes. And now the universe is teaching you how to pair those strengths with boundaries so you don't pour into places that can't hold you. Your heart needs this reminder right now because balanced love is not less love. It's sustainable love. Listen to this moment. You may feel moments of compassion for your soulmate, understanding that their quiet comes from fear, confusion, or internal struggle. That compassion is beautiful. But compassion does not mean waiting indefinitely. It means seeing clearly and choosing wisely. Don't scroll away from this truth. The universe is not asking you to judge them. It's asking you to decide what aligns with the life you're growing into. And that life requires presence, honesty, and emotional courage. Silence alone cannot build that. Listen to this carefully. As you continue honoring yourself, something subtle but powerful happens. The emotional grip of the situation loosens. You no longer feel defined by the quiet. You no longer feel suspended in it. Instead, it becomes a chapter you are walking through, not a place you are stuck in. Your heart needs this reminder right now because movement doesn't always look like action. Sometimes it looks like inner stability. Don't scroll, because here's the emotional revelation that grounds everything. The silence is not asking you to wait. It's asking you to rise. To rise above confusion. To rise into self-trust. To rise into a version of love that feels safe in your body, not just exciting in your mind. Listen to this moment closely. Whether your soulmate returns with clarity or remains distant, you will meet that outcome from a place of strength. You will not beg for answers. You will not shrink to be chosen. You will simply know what aligns with your peace. And that knowing is priceless. Don't scroll away from this final truth. Silence has already done its work. It has stripped away illusion and returned you to truth. And as you stand in that truth, the next phase of your life begins to unfold naturally, gently, and with far more alignment than anything that required you to wait in uncertainty. Stay with this awareness. Let it settle. Because what comes next will not confuse you. It will meet you clearly, openly, and in a way that feels like relief rather than suspense. Don't scroll, stay right here with me, because what's unfolding now is the phase where the silence stops being something you endure and starts becoming something that empowers you, and this message is for you in a way your heart needs this right now, even if you don't fully realize how much you've changed already. Listen to this carefully. There is a moment, subtle but undeniable, when you realize the quiet no longer has power over your emotions. You're not waiting for it to end. You're not trying to interpret it. You're simply existing within it without feeling diminished. And that moment is a turning point. That's when the universe knows you are ready for what comes next. Stay till the end, because this is where the story quietly shifts from uncertainty into alignment. You may notice that you're no longer structuring your days around the possibility of hearing from them. Your mood is no longer rising and falling based on silence or contact. You still think of them, yes, but the thoughts don't hijack you. They pass through. That's not detachment from love. That's detachment from fear. Your heart needs this reminder right now because fear was never meant to be the foundation of any connection you carry forward. Listen to this moment closely. The silence has done something powerful inside you. It has shown you that you can hold love without clinging to it. That you can care without chasing. That you can feel deeply without abandoning your center. These are not small lessons. These are soul-level upgrades. And the universe does not give these lessons casually. Don't scroll away from this truth. What you are becoming right now is someone who no longer negotiates peace for potential. Someone who no longer romanticizes inconsistency. Someone who understands that emotional safety is not boring, it's sacred. This message is for you if you've started noticing that you respond differently to emotional situations now. You pause before reacting. You listen to your body more than your imagination. You trust your intuition instead of arguing with it. That's not coincidence. That's integration. Listen to this carefully. Angel numbers may still appear, but now they feel like gentle confirmations rather than urgent messages. 222 when you feel emotionally balanced without effort. 444 when you choose yourself without guilt. 1111 when you sense alignment instead of anxiety. These signs are not pushing you toward an outcome. They are affirming who you are becoming. Don't scroll, because this part matters deeply. The silence has also shifted the power dynamic in this connection. Not because you demanded control, but because you stopped handing it over unconsciously. You are no longer emotionally available on demand. You are available by choice. And choice changes everything. Your heart needs this reminder right now because love that is meant for you will respect your availability, not test it. Listen to this moment. You may feel moments of compassion for your soulmate, understanding that their quiet came from fear, confusion, or inner conflict. That compassion is real and beautiful. But compassion does not mean waiting indefinitely. It means honoring both hearts, including your own. Don't scroll away from this knowing. The universe is not asking you to harden your heart. It's asking you to strengthen it. Strengthened hearts don't close. They discern. They choose wisely. They love with boundaries. Listen to this carefully. You might notice that the idea of them returning no longer feels like the answer to everything. That doesn't mean you don't care. It means you've reclaimed your sense of wholeness. And wholeness is magnetic. Your heart needs this reminder right now because you were never meant to be completed by someone else's presence. You were meant to be met in your completeness. Don't scroll, because here's the emotional revelation that grounds everything. The silence did not pause your life. It accelerated your growth. While nothing seemed to be happening externally, everything was happening internally. You were shedding old attachment patterns. Releasing the need for reassurance. Learning how to sit in uncertainty without collapsing. And those skills will protect you for the rest of your life. Listen to this moment closely. The universe often prepares us quietly so that when clarity arrives, we don't panic or rush. We receive it calmly. That's what's happening now. You are becoming someone who can receive truth without fear. Don't scroll away from this truth. As you continue to live your life, grounded and present, you may notice subtle shifts around you. People treat you with more respect. Conversations feel more honest. You are less tolerant of emotional games. That's not you becoming rigid. That's you becoming aligned. Your heart needs this reminder right now because alignment simplifies life. It removes confusion without force. Listen to this carefully. If your soulmate returns with clarity, you will not meet them as the version of yourself who was waiting in uncertainty. You will meet them as someone who knows their worth, their boundaries, and their emotional needs. And if they do not return, you will not feel abandoned. You will feel prepared. Prepared for something that matches who you are now, not who you were when the silence began. Don't scroll, because destiny responds to preparation faster than longing. The universe does not reward waiting. It rewards readiness. And you are ready now in ways you weren't before. Listen to this moment closely. You are no longer afraid of silence. You understand it. You've lived through it. You've learned from it. And because of that, silence no longer defines you. It no longer controls your emotions. It no longer determines your worth. Your heart needs this reminder right now because this chapter is not about what they didn't say. It's about what you discovered within yourself while they were quiet. Don't scroll away from this final knowing. The silence has served its purpose. It has refined you, strengthened you, and aligned you. And as you step forward from this place of grounded self-trust, the next phase of your life will meet you with clarity, consistency, and emotional safety. What comes next will not require you to wait in the dark. It will meet you in the light, openly, honestly, and without confusion. Don't scroll, stay with me here, because this is the moment where everything you've been feeling finally settles into understanding. And this message is for you in a way your heart needs this right now, even if you feel calm on the surface. Listen to this carefully. What you are standing in now is not uncertainty anymore. It is quiet clarity. And quiet clarity feels different from hope, different from fear, different from waiting. It feels grounded. It feels steady. It feels like you are no longer asking the universe for signs because you are becoming the sign yourself. Stay till the end, because this is where the silence completes its work and hands you back your power fully. You may notice that when you think about your soulmate now, the thought doesn't pull you out of your body. It doesn't tighten your chest. It doesn't make you question your worth. Instead, it feels neutral, reflective, almost peaceful. That is not emotional numbness. That is emotional resolution forming. Your heart needs this reminder right now because resolution does not always arrive as a clear ending or a dramatic reunion. Sometimes it arrives as inner stability. Listen to this moment closely. The silence was never meant to punish you or leave you guessing forever. It was meant to strip away illusion. Illusion about timing, illusion about effort, illusion about how much you should tolerate in the name of love. And now that illusion has fallen away. You can see clearly without bitterness. You can feel without losing balance. You can care without compromising yourself. Don't scroll away from this truth. This is the level of emotional maturity that destiny responds to. This message is for you if you've noticed that you're no longer tempted to explain yourself to people who don't listen. You're no longer trying to prove your value. You're no longer chasing conversations that require you to shrink. That's not arrogance. That's alignment. Listen to this carefully. Alignment doesn't make noise. It doesn't announce itself. It simply changes what you are willing to accept. And that change is powerful. Angel numbers may still appear, but now they feel like soft nods from the universe rather than urgent instructions. 222 when you choose peace without hesitation. 444 when you feel protected even without reassurance. 1111 when you sense that what's meant for you is already moving toward you quietly. These signs are confirmations that you are no longer in a lesson phase. You are in an integration phase. Don't scroll, because integration is where everything locks into place. This is the phase where your nervous system finally relaxes. Where love stops feeling like something you have to earn. Where connection stops feeling fragile. And that internal calm is what allows aligned love to find you. Listen to this moment. You may realize now that you don't need closure conversations as much as you thought. You don't need explanations that arrive too late. You don't need promises without action. You have learned to trust what is shown to you, not what is implied. Your heart needs this reminder right now because discernment is a gift you earn through experience. Don't scroll away from this knowing. The silence has already told you everything you need to know. Not in words, but in how it made you grow. In how it forced you to sit with yourself. In how it revealed your strength. And that strength is not temporary. It is who you are now. Listen to this carefully. As you stand in this grounded energy, the universe begins responding differently. Situations align faster. Conversations feel cleaner. Opportunities appear without force. That's because you are no longer leaking energy into uncertainty. You are present. And presence is magnetic. Your heart needs this reminder right now because magnetism is not about effort. It's about authenticity. Don't scroll, because here is the emotional truth that completes this chapter. The silence was not about whether they would choose you. It was about whether you would choose yourself without closing your heart. And you did. You chose yourself with grace. With compassion. With patience. That choice reshaped your future more than any message they could have sent. Listen to this moment closely. If your soulmate steps forward now, it will not be into confusion. It will be into clarity. They will meet a version of you that is calm, self-aware, and emotionally grounded. And if they do not step forward, you will not feel lost the way you once feared. You will feel readiness. Readiness for a love that meets you where you are now, not where you were when the silence began. Don't scroll away from this truth. The universe does not delay what is meant for you. It prepares you for it. And preparation often looks like stillness, reflection, and quiet growth. You have done that work. You have honored the pause. You have listened inward. And because of that, what comes next will feel different from anything you've experienced before. Listen to this carefully. You are no longer afraid of the unknown. You are curious about it. And curiosity is a sign of trust. Trust in yourself. Trust in timing. Trust that love does not need to hurt to be meaningful. Your heart needs this reminder right now because peace is not boring. Peace is what real love feels like in the body. Don't scroll, because this is the final emotional shift. The silence is no longer something you are inside of. It is something you have walked through. It no longer defines you. It no longer controls your emotions. It no longer holds power over your sense of worth. And because of that, it has completed its purpose. Listen to this moment closely. The next chapter of your life will not open with confusion. It will open with clarity. It will not ask you to guess. It will show you. It will not ask you to wait endlessly. It will meet you. And when it does, you will recognize it not by intensity, but by ease. By safety. By consistency. Don't scroll away from this final knowing. You were never being pushed away. You were being prepared. Prepared to receive love without fear, connection without confusion, and truth without pain. And now, standing exactly where you are, grounded and awake, you are ready for what comes next.